What's up everyone, it's Joey, Blush Response, and today we're checking out the Oxi One sequencer. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we got the Oxi One here, which has quickly become my favorite sequencer, and it's just awesome. I've had it for quite some time, but have not reviewed it because I really wanted to get really good with it. It's very deep, there's a lot going on, but I dig it. I've got it connected to several sound sources, the Quantum, the Digitone, my Eurorack, and the Pulsar 23. What's cool is it's going to the Quantum and Digitone through USB, and that kind of blew my mind at first. I was like, wow, there's no MIDI cables required, all straight handled through USB. And then I have the Oxi Pipe CV breakout for the Pulsar 23 and the Vic. So right off the bat, I have this sound on the Vic. Here I have pad on the Digitone, Quantum, and then Pulsar. And I love how seamless that works. Each track is in a different mode. You have several types of sequencer modes. I'll put triggers down for the Pulsar. So obviously the Pulsar only has 3 drums, unless you put the bass voice in perk mode, but I don't have that activated right now. Let's talk about basic drum sequencing. So you have all your steps here. This is using the multi-track mode to do the drum sequencer, so you could go in and even do notes on each track, which is interesting. You hold shift step, you have all these different things like trigger percentage, you could do re-trigger. And we could do re-trigger here. And also you see notes there by holding it. Like shift step, trigger probability, no, but we'll do a re-trigger. And then you have random stuff you could do per track automatically. Like that's a different kind of algorithmic random. So you see the hi-hat bugging out there. We'll switch to track 3, put the trigger probability there. Now the snare's only hitting sometimes. We'll start adding the Vic. I have it on an 8-step sequence. It's in C version, you have scaling, so you can just place notes at random and you'll never get a bad note. And the same for if you're playing on the keyboard, because that's a built-in keyboard. Notice everything's a key, which is cool. The way it works is your notes go across and your octaves go up, which makes it really cool to go across octaves, and I like that. Go down an octave. You do that by doing this. Gate length is here. And then if you want to edit your trigger, you hold your trigger. You can also do sustain triggers. By just you press one and you hold the other. And I like that. Now we'll go to Digitone, do some pad. I have the Digitone on 64 step. Start recording that. Got that recorded. Now I'm gonna go to the sequence. I want to show you the stochastic mode. Stochastic is basically probabilistic rhythm sequencing. And that's the Quantum. this sets your probability of pitch changing and probability of rhythm changing. This is an overall probability. So here you lock in a pattern. You can go to mute. Let's just hear that quantum. So here there's no changes. You get a repetitive pattern. And here's the probability of each note in the scale. And this is your probability of pitch changing and your probability of rhythm changing. And this is octaves for your pitch. So maybe you only want it to pitch down. And this is your probability of your rhythm slowing down or speeding up. Fucking quantum's so good, huh? We're lowering that delay amount. Glitched. And there's more sequences mode. There's this cool matrix one. I just want to show off some of the basics today. I really vibe with this machine a lot. A lot going on. A lot going on here. We're gonna keep jamming. So you got your mute here. You can mute these individually, of course. But if you're in the multi-track, you can mute like this. And if you double tap mute, you stay in mute mode. And I just love that it's working so seamlessly here. And you can do mod wheel and other things too. So if I go to the digital track, I can open and close the filter with the mod wheel. But sometimes I hit shift when I mean to hit mute, but that's me, that's not the machine. So yeah, like here I am. And see, I'm opening it and closing it with mod wheel, which makes it really handy as a controller too. I just love this thing. Maybe I only want these two notes. Start editing the drum. And yeah, that's tight sequencing. We can play on top. And say we didn't like the velocity, we could turn up all the velocity we did to the highest possible velocity. Back to our ambient, bring in the Vic. Dope. There's just, I love things like this. There's so much control. It's so good. It's so perfect, in fact. And then, say I'm not happy with this sequence. It's too fast. I can slow it down. I just half-timed it, or I can speed it up. And it's all seamless. And you can have different sequence lengths and step lengths. So say I want this to be 6 step or 7 step. And there you go. And we'll speed it up. And same on here. Go to this track. And you can see it's different lengths now. So powerful. This This is like very 90s IDM, but new school ambient. I don't know. It's cool. It's fresh sounding. I dig it. And yeah, entirely with the Oxi. Go back here to some mod wheel. With that quantum again. What a vibe. There you go, guys. I finally made something soft. Gotta thank the Oxi One for this beautiful gem. Have a polyvoc filter on the pulsar. Just keep tweaking. We got the whole track here, and it happens so fast. I love that about this machine. This has been the most inspiring sequencer I've had in so long. Like, my mainstay is the Nerd sequencer, the Stilson Hammer. Of course, I love those, but this is like, this one made me, and the Push 3 I use a lot too, but this one really made me question everything. This is like my main thing now. I use this all the time, and just the way I can seamlessly connect all my gear is such a beautiful thing. Got that pulsar delay. That pulsar pitch shifter is so nice. And the epicness of the digitone. Crazy, beautiful ambience. The digitone. Gotta love it. Oxi One. So that was really dope. I think the Oxi is a fantastic and powerful sequencer. It's my favorite right now. It might be for a long time because it's just so dope. I love that I can just get interesting ideas going fast on it and control vast portions of my studio all at once in one machine. And the mod wheel integration and all that other stuff. This was not a comprehensive review. There's more stuff I didn't cover, like the matrix sequencer and the LFOs that are built in and all the other things you do with like track nudging and all. And you know what? I didn't even think about some of the more advanced probability stuff, but it's in there. It can do all your probability stuff. You can do random sequence generation. It's just super cool. I love it. I've been using it all the time since I got it, and I think it's finally time that it's here on the channel because it is that dope. I want to thank Oxi for sending it to me for review. I forgot to mention that, but they did. And as always, samples of this jam and every other jam I do are going to be up on my Patreon for you to use. There's like 120 sample packs there now. You can learn from me. You can watch exclusive jams and videos of unreleased stuff and know what's going on a deeper level in my world. If you want to support me in other ways, I've got some announcements. I have a new album coming July 5th. It's almost here now. It's called Sprawl. It's on Artifact Records, CD and digital. Marquis of Cupid 8 on guest vocals. There are a few singles out now, and the rest comes July 5th. Artwork and shirt design from Brandon Smith of The Annex. Check it all out. Artifact Records, Sprawl, July 5th. As well as on my label Megastructure, there's a big compilation coming. 17 tracks from some of my favorite experimental, IDM, industrial, whatever producers. Access to Eric Osaka, Aiming to Starvation, Somatic Responses, Grisha Lichtenberger, Tom Hall, Static Bloom, and many more. The full list will be right here. Cassette and digital on my label Megastructure coming August 9th. It's up for pre-order now. I'm pumped about this compilation. Sound on the Fringe. I wanted to bring just the most interesting top-end sound designers who make the fucking craziest shit ever all in one compilation, and I think I got it this time, and everyone gave me stuff that I'm really proud to hear. It's cool to put them all out, so check that out. And if you want to support in other ways, check out the affiliate links, buy your gear there, use the Amazon link. There are many of them in there. Just any of them would help me. DistroKid, whatever. Sign up for Patreon, and don't forget to like and subscribe here, leave a comment, whatever. I'm happy to have you. Peace out.